Hey Cap, hey, how you feeling? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back, Cap. If you are returning today, Cap, we're not playing around because Spirit wants us to talk about how to stay aligned, the next steps to realign, or the next steps to get aligned. Because we are in the new year. It's spring. It's rebirth. It's renewal. So we ain't Spirit ain't playing around, you know. And I ain't here to play with you either because I got to get this message to you. So I'm Shauna. This is your highest good tarot. Uh, you know, we're here to get down to business. And remember, this message is not for everybody. Cap, I'm trying to remember what I was going to say. That's why I'm like, what? But let's get into it. Remember, that's what I was going to say. Whatever is said out of love and for your highest good, Cap. Here we go. We got the Two of Cups, Justice, and the Three of Cups. Hmm. At the bottom of the deck, have the energy surrounding this spread is the Queen of Wands. Hmm. Confidence, connection. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is intuitive, somebody who is connected and spiritual. So this is outside of gender identity, outside of biological sex. So this is the energy that you are giving off, Cap. So you are, you're connected and you're pretty like, you know, uh not pretty confident. You are confident as you should be, Cap. I mean, come on. You're connected. However, it's time to level up. It's time for another evolution of Capricorn. There's still some things with the Eight of Cups behind death that you have to walk away from, not even just things. This could be behaviors, it could be certain people, it could be certain places that spirit's just like, all right, now we got to step it up behind the Eight of Cups. And we're gonna clarify everything I'm pulling from the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. This is somebody who is logical, somebody who is a um, they tell it like it is. Cap, you do that in your own way too. Both the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords are people with that you can't get things past them, and you try to, they're gonna call you out in one way or another. But this Queen of Swords here, she's definitely more logical, more astute, and does things more so, I want to say by the book. That's what's coming. The Queen of Wands, it's I'm not gonna say it's more, there's a little more leeway with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Swords is somebody who is a little more stringent, and um sometimes, Cap, you can be that by the book. Rules are the rules. But still confident in the things that you do. But it may be one of those things where your logic and being so stringent may get in the way when there are opportunities that are coming towards you that may require you to bend a little, not break the rules, but there are always loopholes. There is always a different way to interpret things. More than one way to bake a cake, Cat. More than one way to bake a cake because there's different types of cakes. So this Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity to open your mind and to elevate, to transform beyond what you've been used to, and going back to the original the original spread. Two of Cups, Justice, Three of Cups. What's interesting is that um this circular thing looks like the Ace of Pentacles behind the couple in the Two of Cups. The scales are being balanced when it comes to the people who surround you, Cap. In order for you to uh, meet the folks who are going to help you during your elevation, going to maybe have more of a place of longevity in your life, there's some things that have to be tipped into balance because some of you are still with the Three of Cups here, maybe still hanging out with folks that you were chilling with in high school, hanging out with folks that you may have been chilling with at college, and they may not be at the same place in their spiritual journey that you are. However, it feels like one of those relationships or that you may hold on to, and that's prolonging prolonging the transformation. Yeah. And what I'm getting, Cap, is that Queen of Swords energy that keeps you in network with these people because it's like some sense of loyalty. And not to say that you shouldn't be loyal to these people. However, when spirit says it's time to elevate, things happen in divine timing for a reason. Can we clarify justice for Cap? Yeah. Clarifying justice is the Eight of Swords. Yeah, this could be you and the stringent ideas that you have in your mind surrounding these relationships, surrounding these friendships that is holding you back from the transformation, from the elevation, from the alignment because you want to take these folks with you. Let me clarify the Three of Cups. Clarify the Three of Cups for Cap, please. I'm getting, Page of Wands to clarify the Three of Cups. That some of these folks that you are still connected to, Cap, may not be the best of friends with you, although you may be the best of friends with them. The page of wands clarifies the Three of Cups. Those folks you present, a side of you, Cap, presents as the Queen of Wands. These folks still present as the page. Y'all aren't on the same level spiritually. They're still, and intuitively, The moon is at the bottom of the deck. Intuitively, you've been told that. Intuitively, you know that because even when they do certain things, they say certain things, you're like, wait, what? Why'd you do that though? Why'd you say that? How that make sense? that's that's you, Cap. You're questioning, things about them in your mind, but you already know. Y'all are on different mile markers in the journey. You're further ahead. So they still do page things while you making, royalty moves. And some of them may, but still with the moon spirit is telling me like some of them may be afraid what will happen to your relationship with your evolution, your elevation as you continue to align and stay aligned. However, you know, there may be some it, jealousy comes from a place of lack and fear. So there may be some jealousy there too. Can we clarify everything that was pulled from the bottom of the deck? The Queen of Wands, Death, Eight of Cups, Queen of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles for Cap. Yeah, you're being removed, Cap. You're being taken to another level. This Six of Swords is so much different than the traditional one because usually you can see the other person who is paddling, but you are being guided. You are being guided. You can't see who's pushing, and this person isn't paddling. This thing is moving like it has a motor. So that is the divine taking you. It's your benevolent ancestors. It is your spirit guides. It is your angels, God, the universe, taking you to another level. But you have to be a willing participant. And they are trying to move you with the quickness. They have told you, they have shown you with the Eight of Wands here. They have communicated this to you over and over again. What is the advice here? Advice for Cap. I got the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. You know, um, you have uh, psychically known that it was time to either align, start your journey, elevate in your journey um, for a while. And it doesn't mean that you can't be empathetic to, how these people, these beautiful souls feel with your removal, your energy removal. However, Cap, you have things to do. There are rewards and responsibilities coming towards you. And there are things that you have to learn. And you can only learn with this evolution. You can only learn it with this Page of Swords here in alignment. You can't learn it by staying where you are. So it does require you to remain vigilant. It does require you to carry the weight of that responsibility because there are people who have to learn from you. There are things that you have to pass on, and they're with this promotion, this elevation that you are on. There is fulfillment, there are rewards, there are others who you will meet They will surround you with those who are supposed to be in your energy. So you won't be missing out on anything in case you do feel that. And it doesn't mean that you won't miss these people. However, and I mean, people, certain things, people and places have their time. Not everything was meant for longevity. And this requires your focus on what you have to do. What's behind this Queen of Cups is the Queen of Pentacles, who's also focused on her pentacle. Compassion and nurturing to yourself. But this is also the divine showing compassion and nurturing you on your journey, because they won't leave you alone to walk this by yourself. You are not in a space of defeat. You are not one who is not capable of doing this. You have the capability and the capacity. You, Cat. Final messages for Cat, please. Final messages for Cat. What came out is Hex, Curse. However, what this card has been meaning in these readings is generational cycles. Is that what I'm hearing is the cycle of people pleasing, is the cycle of loyalty, taking care of people who aren't grateful, is what I'm hearing. Feeling that responsibility. That's a generational thing. Who did you see doing that? Anything else for Cap? So no, you're not hexed. You're not cursed. But some would see that as a generational curse, but I see it as a cycle. Spirit is saying it's time to connect or reconnect with them. Time to connect or reconnect with the universe, your benevolent ancestors, God, and or spirit guides. What else for Cap? Ooh. You are exactly where you're supposed to be in your journey. The time is now, you know, you know. Some of you are connected to a sun deity, and this is not a comprehensive list of sun deities. If you belong or are interested in a particular um, I was about to say theology, but do your research on who or how that sun deity may reach out to you or call to you, and how to connect with them. Um, but yeah, some of them are Ra, Sol, Helios, Horus, Olorun, and Shemesh. So please charge it to my head and not my heart if I mispronounced any of the names to the deities themselves. I do apologize if I mispronounced your name. Plan your work your plan, Cap. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem for you, Cap, because you are a planner. Anything else? Anything else for Cap? And the sun deities, the sun exposes things. The sun exposes things. So get ready to be shown a lot. Spiritual bath and cleanse. When was the last time you took a spiritual bath, Cap. It may be time to do one to get old energy off of you as you transition into this new space of evolution. Yeah, talk to your spirit team about what herbs, or if there's a particular botanica that you go to, which spiritual baths is appropriate for you. At the bottom of the deck, we have beauty deities. Deities. Same thing applies with these. Um, there is a particular one, or again, I'll say theology that you are interested in. Do your research. Do your research, but be prepared. Because they don't come to play around. As you know, they gonna put you to work. Is that it, spirit? All right, that's it. That's all. I hope this helps, Cap, and I hope it helps you for your highest good. Until next time. Bye.